Coach Mel, and we are here at Coach Mel's Group Fitness in Harrington. And today we're going to go for a little run. Yes, we're inside, but you can definitely get a good workout in, running in place, and then we're going to do some strength moves in between. So 1 minute on of jogging, and then a minute of doing a cardio type of a strength move. So we're going to keep ourselves moving for the entire 10 minutes, beginning to end. All right, so we're going to get ourselves warmed up first. So let's go ahead and get ourselves into a reverse lunge and lift those arms. Come forward. Just a quick little warm up to get that body moving before we get started. Good. Let's do a little squat with a kick out. So we're going to come down, up and out, down, up and out. Keep the toes facing forward on that. Good. So when you are running inside, a little bit different than actually being outside and moving, or even on a treadmill, in that you're really running up on the balls of your feet. We're going to hinge forward, arms out, stretch those hamstrings, come back up, hinge forward, and up. We're going to keep it nice and light. Now the jog section, you can walk if you need to, do a nice brisk march, or bring the pace up. I'm just going to go at a nice and steady jog. And then, like I said, 1 minute of jog, and then 1 minute of doing a move. All right, let's just get a nice little twist here. Come up on that back toe. So we'll do 5 minutes of jogging, 5 minutes of a movement exercise that will definitely keep you moving. All right, we got that timer ready. Let's get ourselves started and get into this. All right, we are going to start with a jog. Again, find your pace, what works for you. Just put the timer here so that it's right in front of me. All right, and we're going to swing those arms back and forth, lifting the knees right up in front of the hips. Here we go. Let's start that first 1 minute jog. So you want to try to stay consistent in your speed here. So pick something that you can stay with for that minute. All right. So yes, running inside, running in place, boring. Even some people don't really care to run on a treadmill. So that's why I created this workout where we do some movement and then a jog. And then we do an exercise movement and then a jog. Just breaks up the monotony a little bit. Works the muscles differently than when you're just jogging. All right, so pumping those arms forward and back. Knees are lifting. Good. All right, so our first move is coming up. We're going to do a twisted high knee. So we're going to bring our hands to our hips as we lift that knee, and then to the other side, and then we're going to put a squat in the middle of it. We're going to keep ourselves moving. All right, starting in 3, 2, and 1. So it's 1, 2, and squat. Bring those hands to your hips, and then squat. Nice wide squat. Keep yourself moving. Good, side, side. Squeeze those abs as you lift the knee. Get a nice little rotation. Bringing those hands to the hips. Keep it going. Good, side, side, and squat. You could do this with a weight if you wanted a little bit more resistance. Good, side, side, and squat. If you did it with a weight, I would tend to hold one right here in the middle, and I would hold it on the ends. Side, side, squat, side, side, squat. Good, we are almost there. Again, ready to go back to our jog. All right, last one. Let's go back to the jog. So try to bring it back to that same pace that you were before. Pumping those arms. You want to be nice and tall through the chest, not leaning. And like I said, my heels are hardly touching the floor here. So you're going to feel it in your calves a little bit more than when you're outside on a run and when you're actually moving. Now, if you wanted to, you could move yourself around here. You could go in circles for this 1 minute run. I like to just stay in place. Pump those arms nice and tall. All right, so we're gonna have our next move. We're gonna do on one side, then we're gonna jog, and then we're gonna do it the other side. Now I say one side. We are using both sides, but you'll see what I mean in a second. We're gonna step back on one side, and we're gonna kick forward with the other side. So I'm gonna be stepping back on my right foot initially, kicking with my left foot. I kind of punch down towards the ground on that step back. So it's down and forward, down and forward. Bring that knee up, kick with your heel. Okay, so don't throw that toe out there. Kick with the heel and stop your knee right before it's fully extended. I'm just doing a little punch down as I step into that reverse lunge, keeping everything moving. We're staying here for a whole minute. Then we're gonna jog again, and then we'll go to the other side for a minute. Punch it and up, punch it and up. Good, good, good. Keep that going. Excellent. We got 15 more seconds on this side. Good. Last 8 seconds. I like to get a nice breath out as I'm punching down. And let's bring it back to our jog. All right, so bring yourself back to that jog. Try to get to that consistent pace. Again, if you need to, you can march this here. All right, still keep those arms pumping. I'm just bringing up that pace. I don't bring the knees up as high when I'm doing it as a jog. If I was marching this, I would definitely pump those arms and lift those knees a little bit higher. That's up to you. I just want to keep you moving for 10 minutes. All right, so for the next movement, we're going to do the same thing that we just did, only this time I'm going to step back on my left and I'm going to kick with my right. So same move, just switching the side. Good, good, good. Keep it all moving. In 3, 2, and 1. We're going to step back and kick, back and forward. Again, I'm just punching down, reaching towards that ground. Reminds me to bend that front knee, get a little bit lower, and just stepping back. Good. Keep that going. Continuous movement for 10 minutes here. You do nothing but can get yourself moving 10 minutes a day. That's a step in the right direction. We gotta keep ourselves moving. We do too much sitting. Your body will thank you. It might be tough while you're doing it. But you know what? I've never had anyone come here and tell me they wish they didn't do a workout. So you just gotta do it. 2 and 1. All right, back to that jog. Getting started is the hardest part. You gotta set yourself a schedule. Put it on your calendar and commit to doing it. Whether you're doing something online, whether you're doing something in a studio or a gym, and commit to it. All right, because just showing up occasionally isn't gonna get the job done, unfortunately. All right, you've gotta put the time and effort into keeping your body healthy. All right, so once you got that part, and this is where I struggle, now you gotta work on the nutrition. All right, we need to eat smart. We need to stop eating processed foods, put more vegetables, raw foods into our diets. Diet is a noun, not as a verb. I don't believe in dieting because this is what happens when you diet, right? Up and down, up and down, up and down. You restrict yourself, and then you binge, and that's so good. All right, we're gonna do a cross punch. I want a little action in the legs here. So as I go out, I'm pushing that leg out. I'm getting a nice rotation up through my shoulders. Hopping in, hopping out. Really keeping myself moving. Again, you determine your tempo here, but try to be at a tempo that you can keep it going for the whole minute. Okay, a minute doesn't sound like long until you're doing some movements that challenge you. All right? Keep that going. Notice I'm tapping on that toe, kicking that foot out, and then stepping it back in. I feel like I might be slowing down a little bit. Gotta bring that up. Gotta keep it going. Good, good, good. Keep everything moving. We got 10 seconds to go here. Good. Almost there. Last two. Last one. All right, we gotta get back right to that jog. Right to that jog. Pumping those arms. Pumping those knees. Again, it's gonna be a walk if you need it to. So we were talking about committing to making a healthier you. All right? Let's not just talk about it. Let's do what we need to do. My mantra, be healthy before you need to be healthy. And that all came from my experience with breast cancer and having a bilateral mastectomy. It's been 5 years. And I was working out very diligently before all that happened. And I got through that surgery and had a very, very easy recovery. So much so that my visiting nurse didn't believe me when I told her I was already out walking, I wasn't in pain. But you've got to be ready for that. If your body's not ready for something like that, it makes it much harder. All right, enough talking. We're gonna do 4 high knees, 4 butt kicks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and back. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and back. 2, 3, 4. Keep it going. A little tricky on that transition. Forward and back. So it is a bit of a run. You can step this if you need to. 1, 2, 3, 4, and step. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and step. 2, 3, 4. Good. Keep everything going. I'm going to go back up to a jog. We've got 22 seconds left. 1, 2, 3, 4, and back. 2, 3, 4. Up. 2, 3, 4, and back. Straight from the side and back. 2, 3, 4. Front. 2, 3, 4. Back. 2. Another important thing. Actually, I'll talk when we do a little walk here to cool down because it's hard to talk. All right. So I want you to walk now. We're not going to jog. We're going to start to cool down. Really important when you do something at that high of an intensity that you don't just stop cold turkey. All right? You still move a little bit. Keep yourself moving. And then we'll bring that down gradually. So it's going to be a little longer video than normal. But it's important we don't just come crashing down. All right. So I'm going to get back on the bandwagon about getting yourself healthy before you need to be healthy. You got to find something that you enjoy doing. All right? Doing something like this isn't for everyone. I get that. I do. I don't love it. I do like going for a run. I do. Haven't been lately. Need to get on that. But I love lifting weights. There's just something about it. Having those weights in my hands, feeling those muscles move. That's what I prefer to do. Now I do both. I lift weights and I do some cardio work because it is important to have both. But it doesn't have to be all or nothing. Let's come out to the side. Let's keep moving. Let's go side to side. And you find what works for you. Some people love spinning. That's great. Spinning is wonderful. It's a great cardio workout. The only thing that I want to tell you there is throw a little bit of muscle work in there too. Because at the end of the day, your muscles burn calories. So the more muscle that your body has, the leaner it will be, and it will burn more calories, okay? So that's really important. We're gonna do a little toe touch, come down and across. So we're still moving here. I don't wanna do static stretching quite yet. So make sure that you're not just focusing on cardio. Even runners need to do muscle work. I had some of my best times in a half marathon when I was lifting weights 2 or 3 times a week and then running 2 or 3 times a week. All right, so you gotta find what works for you. You gotta find what you enjoy doing. All right, good. We're gonna be starting the Drop 2 Sizes program here at Coach Mel's in September. There'll be very limited enrollment for that due to the COVID and the restrictions of how many people I can have. Let's get into that split stance and roll the hips forward. But that's gonna be starting in September. And we're gonna call it Build Muscle, Burn Fat. All right, so it's gonna be a lot of strength training. There'll be a little bit of cardio, there'll be a little bit of core every day. Working out 4 days a week. And we're gonna drop you 2 sizes by doing that. So look for more on that. I'm gonna put the dates up on my website soon of when all of that's gonna happen, information sessions, and what that class is gonna look like. It's gonna be very small, 4 people live, up to 4 people virtual, and it's gonna be a set days and times for the workouts, all right? It's really, really, really gonna be focused. All right, bring yourself out. Let's reach those arms out back. Squeeze the shoulders, open the chest. Just a couple more stretches here and we'll be on our way. Hands together. Push those hands out. Head down. Separate your shoulder blades. Go ahead and bring that arm across your chest. So you use those shoulders a lot in your runs, while we're jogging and moving. Make sure that you stretch them. Just because we're doing cardio and most of it was running in lower body doesn't mean that we didn't use the upper body. We absolutely did when we were doing that pumping. All right, that's all I got today for your 10-minute tidbit. I know I did a lot of that yapping while we were running, but it's all good stuff. It's all important, and I just want to make sure you're healthy. That's why I'm here, to help you be healthy before you need to be healthy. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this little 10-minute workout run, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day. See you real soon.